What's up everyone, this is Wayne here. Today I just want to do a talking video of the Stihl GTA 26 mini chainsaw. Really hoping this thing will get used to Stihl for 2025 exactly. Which I hope some point it will get used at some point this year for 2025 exactly, which I mean I hope at some point this thing will get used this year because, well, how could I describe this a little bit? I'm hoping at some point this thing will get used this year for 2025 exactly, which I hope at some point this thing will get used at some point because this thing here exactly, I do like this thing a lot because you see how much expected this thing exactly because it's really how much expected how this thing's been getting used almost quite a bit. Now this it was released in October 2022, which is exactly how much we expected this thing, which I didn't know that thing was made until you see because well, I mean it's really how much we expected this thing, so hope at some point this thing will be used this month, but if not until a couple of weeks, a couple of days, or you can say because you know since so I hope at some point this thing will get used at some point this year for 2025 exactly, which I hope at some point this thing will get used at some point because, well, I mean, this is a pretty nice looking chainsaw in my opinion, but I do kind of like this thing a lot because you see how much of I expected this machine's been used almost like quite a bit because, well, I hope at some point this thing will get used at some point this year because, well, how can I describe this a little bit? This thing will probably get used at some point because, well, I mean, I hope at some point this thing will get used at some point this year because, well, I like this chainsaw exactly because I hope at some point this thing will get used at some point this year because, well, I mean, it will get used this year, right? I mean, it will get used this year because, well, I mean, think about it, guys. I mean, well, you can see how much of I expected this thing exactly because I hope at some point this thing will get used this year for 2025 exactly, which, I'm hoping at some point this thing will get used this year.